Hi everybody, it's Dory. I'm back with an update. I have a lot to talk about. I'm going to condense it down and hope that I don't forget since I didn't write it down. So anyhow, these are new glasses I got. I don't really care too much for the shape, but they're smaller and they fit a little tighter. I have a very oval face now, and so finding glasses, I need a 2.0 reading. I don't even know what the heck you call it. It's not a script. So they're reading glasses. So in any event, that's what I got on my eyes today. So for all you guys who are new, let me go through my spiel. I am Dory. I am 46 years old for approximately one more week. My birthday is on Sunday, the 14th, and I will be turning 47. I had vertical sleeve weight loss surgery. It's a vertical sleeve gastrectomy is the medical name for it. And I had that done on September 12th, 2016 with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. Day of surgery was 300.5. And today, let's see, my lowest I've seen is 169.6. I was there a year ago, and I saw that for maybe a week. Like, it was short-lived. For whatever reason, I had gotten sick, I had antibiotics, I sabotaged myself at the time. Whatever it was, I went off track and I never saw the 160s again, but I'm going to continue working at it, and one day I will see my goal of 160. Last week I think I was 174. This week I'm fluctuating still, not a big deal. I'm supposed to have my cycle this week, but I have an IUD in, so I sometimes get it, sometimes don't, but I know I've been a little crabby lately, and so I figured this is probably the week that I would get it. So I had went up to 178, but then now today I'm 175. So you know, plus or minus 5 pounds here or there does not affect my attitude anymore, which I think is a total NSV. So that is a non-scale victory for me. It definitely has taken quite some time. I am almost 3 years post-op. I will be 3 years post-op in September. And so I only have 2 more months to go before I am 3 years out. And so it's taken all this time between when I had my surgery, even before my surgery, when I started just eating healthy and doing the paleo diet. It has taken all this time to not really worry about what the number on the scale says and how it doesn't define me. Last month, it still defined me. This month, for some reason, something clicked. I'm just living my best life I can. Life is too short to really worry about numbers, and as long as I feel good, I feel thin, as long as I feel like my clothes are not getting tight and that I'm still a medium shirt and my pants are like a 10, 12, I'm happy. One day I will get down to 160, and maybe I'll even get down to 150 one day. Who knows? But I'm not going to worry about it. Fluctuations happen all the time. It's definitely not regain. I haven't really regained any weight during this whole ordeal with this journey that I'm on, because I just understand how fluctuations work. And I've never gotten to a point where I've gained 10 pounds and have stayed there ever. In the 3 years. If I've gained 10 pounds, it was probably because I was eating unhealthily, or I had extra salt, or I wasn't consuming my water daily. But it drops right off. I've never had a regain this whole time. And I think it's just because I work it. You know, the sleeve is a tool, and you really need to be diligent about working it. You need to not give up. You need to not think, you know, hey, I've reached this weight and I'm never getting anything lower, and it's only been a week since you've been that weight. That's not reality. But I just continue to work the tool that I've been given. One day I hope to get skin removal surgery. I know that I was watching, what is her name? I want to say it's Jessica. Is it Jessica? I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, but it's Little Kansas Kitty. Yeah, I think it's Jess. But anyways, she was mentioning how she got tagged by the TSA when she was boarding a flight. And so I actually went through the same thing when I was heading down to San Antonio to see my husband graduate from basic military training last December. I had on yoga pants, a tighter, t-shirt, sort of what I'm wearing today, a nice material. I didn't have any extra coats on or anything like that while I was in the airport. And sure enough, I went in and they have you, raise your arms up and then, spread your legs. And sure enough, I was tagged and a female TSA agent came and needed to do a pat down. And the things that she had to pat down were my underarms. And of course, it's because of my loose skin, hey, this is my, something that one day will come off. And then my inner thighs and around my waist, kind of lower waist, which are all the areas of my loose skin. And so I thought that was funny. She came over and I had just said to her, I said, I know it is. I have loose skin. I said, I lost about 180 pounds. So, I'm going to have the loose skin. And she said, yeah, that's exactly what it was. And so that was it. But I thought that was funny. It's something that you don't really think about that can happen. It's one of those things that, hey, I mean, it's not even a bad thing. It's just part of the journey. It's part of where we've come from and where we're going. And so, yeah, I know you guys from my previous videos know how I went through the whole kidney stone incident in the hospital and all that stuff. But I am finding out that my kidneys start to hurt when I have too much protein and maybe too high fat. And so the keto diet that I do off and on, I don't ever subscribe to just doing 100% keto because my body, I don't know if it's everyone's body, I would imagine, because my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law also do it. And they also have to come off. He's a firefighter and he works crazy hours, but he is strict keto, under 5 grams of carbs a day for sure. And he can only do that for like 3 or 4 months, and then he's got to come off because he either will gain a little or not lose. And as soon as he comes off for about 2 or 3 weeks, he'll just eat regular, and then he goes back on it. He again loses, the good amount of weight, and then so every 3 to 4 months he has to come off the keto diet. And so I was actually just watching a video by Dr. Eric Berg. And he was talking about that. And also Tom DeLauer did a video recently talking about how keto isn't really a lifestyle change that can be done for years and years. You have to switch it up every now and then, only because our bodies were made to be so smart that when we're missing something or there's something that they get used to us eating or not eating, our body adapts to that the same way that when we get the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and when the weight loss surgery just came out many years ago, they had taken out 80% of the stomach, and the area of the stomach that they focused on was where there was a hormone called ghrelin, Gherlin, I believe is how you spell it. And basically that's our hunger hormone. But our bodies are so intelligent. Like, God has made our bodies like amazing, that after so many years of not having that hormone ghrelin for our the hunger, our body actually makes that hormone again. It comes up in different places in our body, and it mimics the same hunger hormone. And so as you guys are going out, years out, 2 or more years out, you'll probably notice that you can eat a lot more, and you can eat some of the same things that you had eaten before surgery. And so the thing that I would say to that is that yes, we can eat more. Yes, we can eat really anything. There's never going to be anything that's off limits ever for a weight loss surgery patient, except those who have a gastric bypass. Their sugar dumps quicker into their intestines because of the way that everything is rerouted. And so sugar will be a big problem for a lot of bypass patients. But normal everyday foods, we can go back and eat them. Pizza, tacos, chips and all that. Now, we can, but should we? That's really the question that I always ask myself, and how I really can stay on track is that I can have it. But should I? Am I derailing myself? Am I sabotaging my journey? Am I able to get what I'm craving from something that can be changed? So my husband and I have been craving French toast lately, cinnamon French toast. I make homemade French toast and it's always so delicious. Matter of fact, the other day I had a piece of it. I had about 3/4 of a slice of bread, and I, made it up, and I put a little bit of my Choc Zero syrup on it. It's only got one carb, one net carb, and so it hit the spot where my husband really, really wants to stick to his way of eating, and he doesn't want to be tempted. And so I contacted Erica from Time to Shrink _ Erica, and she gave me her recipe for the egg loaf. So yesterday I made 3, actually 2 nights ago I made 1. I used her recipe, and then yesterday I did 2, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and I doctored it up a little bit and added my own things. And so I came up with a really good recipe for this egg loaf. And so I bake it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes. You have to check it, stick a stick or something, a fork or a knife or something in the middle to make sure that it's cooked. And then I leave it in the pan for like 20 minutes, and then I turn it upside down on a cutting board or a piece of like paper plate or something, and put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then the next morning I slice it into bread slices, and then I just fry it in butter, put a little bit of cinnamon, and it is amazing. My husband and I just ate that. And so this is how I change the recipe. So my recipe is I take our Vitamix and I put in room temperature stick of butter, unsalted, room temperature Philadelphia cream cheese, 8 eggs. I take 1 tablespoon of erythritol, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of xanthan gum, and a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. And I mix that in the Vitamix. It's going to look thick. It looks kind of like a cake batter, which I like. And then I put that into a loaf pan that is very greased, or use non-stick cooking spray, and I line it with a ton of non-stick cooking spray. I swear I'm gonna say that right. Non-stick cooking spray. And I put it in there, and then I put a baking sheet. So it's kind of like I make my egg bites, and I take a cookie sheet and I put water in it, and then I put the loaf pan on top of the water and put it in 350 for about 45 minutes or so. You'll see it rise. It's gonna rise over the baking loaf pan. And so I stick that in there, and then I'll pull it out and check it once or twice, and then stick it back in, and then I'll shut off the oven, take it up top, and then let it just sit there. You will see it's very high up, and then it's going to sink just a tad, and then just leave it alone. I know, like me, I wanted to flip it over and see how it came out and touch it and all that. Well, after it's in the refrigerator, especially this morning, one stayed in the refrigerator since yesterday afternoon till just now, and you take it out, and when you feel it, I had sliced it and put it into a container, it actually feels like cheesecake. It's got the consistency and everything of cheesecake, which is phenomenal. And so we just ate that, and that was delicious. So you can definitely make things, whether you're doing paleo or whatever you're doing, you can modify different recipes to go ahead and do the things that you need it to. So we had that. We enjoyed our French toast. My kids are gone. We're about to leave to go get them from Vacation Bible School at our church up the street, not too far from here, about 10 minutes away. They go 9 to noon, Monday through Friday. Sunday's my birthday, and then the following Sunday, my 2 older girls will go away to a camp that is for military families. That's about almost 2 hours from here, and so they'll go from Sunday to Friday, I believe it is, to this camp. Please pray for them, pray for this mama, because they're going to be far away from me for a long time, and I'm really nervous. I'm nervous that they're not going to sleep well at night, or that my 11-year-old will have anxiety and all that. So if you could please pray for my kids, Isabella and Mariah. They'll be at camp from the 22nd, I believe it is, or the 21st, whatever that Sunday is. Oh, my birthday is the 14th, so the 21st. So 21st to that Friday. That would be great. And that's the week that my husband actually starts second shift. He's going to be doing second shift on base for the month from July till the end of August, which is fine. No problem with that, no issue. The kids are still on summer vacation, so I don't really need the car second shift to go pick them up from school or anything. And the other thing, if you guys could please pray for our finances. We had this whole thing way back when with the military. They didn't pay us for a long time. His orders got messed up. He wasn't active duty, then he was active duty, and then they overpaid us, so they've been taking 2/3 of his check every time it comes in. But for the last 5 weeks, you guys are not even gonna believe that I've even lived off this, but for the last 5 weeks I have lived off $200. That is the cumulative that he has gotten paid over the last 5 weeks. It was only training pay, and so it's very minimum, and then they took the money that they say that we owe them out of the pay. And so no lie, I just checked his pay stub, and the 12th, July 12th, he's gonna get $1.33. Yep, a couple days ago or a few days ago on the 2nd, he got 40 something dollars. 2 weeks before that, he got $64. A couple weeks before that, or a week or so, he got $70. So it's been under $200. $200 for the last 5 weeks. The only way that I'm doing it is that I've had to use my credit cards again to pay all our utilities. We don't have any other debt or anything. We have just the credit cards that we were debt free when he went away to basic, but because they screwed up all his orders and everything else, and now that he started the new job, he's been there 2 weeks today, so they should have held back 1 week, maybe they have to hold back 2, so then we're not going to get it again for 2 weeks. But I believe in the power of prayer, so if you guys can pray for that situation, because on the 15th, you know, I got to come up with $1,050, and I got to come up with $160 this week, and so I'm selling stuff, and you know, yada yada. But prayer works, and so if you guys can do that, that would be amazing. What else did I want to say? I want to tell you that I got this new shirt. My friend makes him, Grind. And on the back it says, grind until God says otherwise. And you notice it's a praying hand. So if you guys want a shirt, this is that awesome material. It's true to size. This is a medium. And it's that really nice material that if you sweat in, it's still soft. This doesn't cling to you. And so let me know, they're 20 bucks. My friend started selling them. He is amazing. He's actually my son, my older son, who's 28. It's his longtime childhood friend from when they were in kindergarten. And so, yeah. And so he sells them. I'm really excited. I want to get another color too. I got black because of course black goes with anything, but they have maroon and dark blue, light blue. They also have the Razorbacks, whatever those Razorbacks tank tops. So yeah, and I'm outside because it's so beautiful out here. I couldn't help myself. What else? So yeah, so the kidney stones I think are gone. I did have some kidney pain, as I mentioned yesterday. I just upped my water. Now I'm drinking 128 ounces, which is a gallon of water every single day. And so, I mean, I really can't drink more than that. I mean, I'm drinking all day long, maybe even 135 ounces at some days. And that's only water. That's not even including if I had a coffee, which I actually stopped drinking coffee. But if I had like some bone broth or anything like that, I'm not even counting that. What else? My lipstick is Lip Sense from Jess. And she has 2 more going out for me today, so I'll have 3 colors and 2 glosses. I'm only fiddling around with you guys. You'll notice I have a little tan. It actually is not really a tan. It is Jergens self-tanning whatever. It's just lotion, firming lotion. I'm trying to firm up here, but you know, it's funny because I do feel my face a little tighter since using it a couple days ago. So anyways, that is it for now. I'm glad you guys are here to chit chat with me. Thank you guys for loving me and loving my channel, and thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks for following me on this journey, and thanks to all the new people that I subscribe to. I'm looking forward to seeing your videos, and that's it for now.